Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Donna.
Hi,
Hi, Donna.
Donna. Hi, Donna.
Hello, Cheryl.
How are you? Good to see you.
Connie.
Hello. So Donna
Hi.
has an appointment in, I guess, is it downtown Toronto? Is that where you're going?
Yeah, I got to be
You
there.
can't
for
stay
2
long.
Okay.
So I'm going to stay a couple of minutes if you don't mind.
No, not at all. Glad to have you here. In fact,
Thank you.
we can thank you for coming. We can get started too. We had somebody who had some vehicle problems and car stuff, and so I think
All
we're
right.
missing a few people. It's I got to say, I'll trim this off, but I didn't turn off the recording because I never had these challenges with iTeleseminar, Connie. I keep forgetting to.
Oh no, this is very different.
The record button. I never forget in iTeleseminar. So this is what I wrote for myself today.
Record.
Record. So it's recording. I'll trim it in YouTube.
All right. So what's the topic or theme for today?
Well, we're going to do some review. We're going to talk. Oh, Donna Kosick is coming in. Cool. I'm admitting Donna Kosick. Excellent.
Oh, good. Good.
Hey, Donna. The
Who,
book
Donna?
Hi, Donna.
That's not Donna. That's Tammy.
Not Donna. That's Tammy.
Tammy,
did Donna sign up for this?
I didn't think she did.
Yeah, Tammy, it says Donna Kosick. How come?
I know. I hosted her study hall this morning, and it keeps putting her name up there. So
okay, if you click the 3 little dots.
Yeah, I know how to change it. I just got out of that one. So.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, we're going to get started because Donna has to go. Donna has to go in a few minutes.
The real Donna.
Yeah. The real Donna. Yeah, the real Donna, not the pretend Donna.
So Donna and Tammy meet each other.
Yeah.
Hi, Tammy.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
So glad you guys are here. Appreciate it. So today we're going to do a little bit of review about trans fat. I felt I needed to be a little clearer, and I want to be specific about what you're looking for, and also talk a little bit more about artificial sweeteners, and then talk about where do we go from here. And then I put together a special report for you that I want to share. So that'll give you some direction as to fruits and vegetables and what's good for you to eat as a diabetic or a pre-diabetic. So let's dig in. So I wanted to start by reviewing trans fats and partially hydrogenated oils, because the trans fat that we're concerned with is manufactured or industrial trans fat. And yesterday we talked about how they add hydrogen atoms to it, hydrogen molecules to it to stabilize it. And that's what actually turns it from a liquid into a solid. And unfortunately, that's also what it does in our arteries. So they do it because it gives it a longer shelf life, which increases their bottom line. And again, their concern is their bottom line, not the bottom line of your health. So what we're concerned about is the industrial trans fat, and that's what's called partially hydrogenated vegetable oil. And it can be partially hydrogenated soybean or any kind of oil, cottonseed oil, and cotton isn't a food, but go figure, they use it in food because it's cheap. So the issue with the partially hydrogenated oils that we're concerned with is that it amps up our inflammation, that's one. Number two, it increases your LDL cholesterol. Now, LDL, as we mentioned yesterday, isn't necessarily bad, but it's when you become inflamed that it goes from soft, fluffy, and buoyant into the hard, dense, and that's what sticks to your arteries. So that's what we want to avoid. Another downside to the trans fats, the partially hydrogenated oils, is that it suppresses, it reduces your HDL or your good cholesterol. And remember, that's what takes the LDL and flushes it out of your arteries. So you want to keep your HDL high. So I wanted to pull something up here that I pulled up yesterday, but I want to illustrate a couple of things. Now, this is the Land O'Lakes Fresh Buttery Taste again, and it says 0 trans fat per serving. And I had some, are we seeing that? Are you seeing that? I didn't screen share, sorry.
Sure. So the trans fat, is it something specifically for people that are diabetic or pre-diabetic?
Everybody.
So it's not specific. Okay.
It's not specific, but because diabetes is caused in part by inflammation. I mean, all disease is caused by inflammation. What you want to do is reduce your inflammation, and getting partially hydrogenated oils or trans fats off your plate, out of your diet, is really, really important. And what I'm trying to do this week is focus on, I guess, basically two things: the partially hydrogenated oils and the high fructose corn syrup. If you can just get a handle on, ferreting those out and getting rid of those, you'll be amazed how much cleaner you'll be eating, because they're in everything. So once you just look for those two things, you'll be doing yourself a huge favor. So you can see it says 70% less saturated fat than butter. Okay, that's fine. But now we know from research that saturated fat in small amounts isn't necessarily so bad. It's not necessarily your best choice, but it's not the boogeyman that it was once thought to be. That the trans fats are what will do you in. I want to go to this now and share this one. So we looked at this yesterday, but I want to be sure, because I'm not sure that I was clear. You can see, and what I want you to do, whether you're looking for trans fats, partially hydrogenated oils, or whether you're looking for high fructose corn syrup, skip the nutrition facts. Don't even bother with that. Go right to the ingredient label, because that's the one place they have to tell the truth. Now there's a little Mickey Mousing to be done, which I'll explain in a minute. And I delved into that a little bit yesterday, but partially hydrogenated soybean oil, right there. It's your third ingredient. So that tells you this is going to amp up your inflammation. This is going to clog up your arteries. Not a good choice. And if you look down here, it also has hydrogenated cottonseed oil and hydrogenated soybean oil. So this is not a good choice, not a good choice for you. So you want to get something like that out of your life, off your plate.
What was that? What was that product?
That was Land O'Lakes. I'll show you. Land O'Lakes Fresh Buttery Taste Spread.
Yeah, because in my family, they were using bread spread. And I said, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
And I said, look at all those ingredients. And I said, why? I said, do you love the taste? And they said, well, yeah, it's okay, but butter's so expensive. And I said, well, that's easy. I will pay for butter.
Yeah.
The rest until somebody dies, me or someone else.
Yeah.
And now they're using butter and not even that much.
Yeah. Well, and that's
no more bread spread.
Yeah, that's a much better choice. And I used to bake low-fat chocolate cakes with this, thinking that, and egg whites, thinking that I was doing all the right things. But how much have we learned? Bye, Donna.
Hi, sorry.
Bye. No worries. Awesome to see you.
This
awesome
is fabulous. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm
thanks for
checking
coming
my
in.
labels.
Thanks for coming in. Oh, did you check it? Did you check it?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
all right.
It's 0-0.
Okay, good girl. I like it a lot.
Bye.
Bye. Have an awesome day.
Thank you.
Shirley's coming in. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Shirley.
Yeah, I don't think she can come in until it's all connected.
Oh, it says connecting to audio.
It's connecting, yeah.
Okay.
So we can't hear until it's connected.
That's okay. We'll continue.
Almost. All right.
She'll come in. So another thing to watch for is it's a good thing to know where you're going to find most of these things, most of these trans fats, and you're going to find them mostly in baked goods like pastries. So if you buy a pastry at a grocery store, trust me, I told you, I'll drive over you for a donut on a bad day. And now these days they are wrapping them individually and they have to put ingredient labels on them. So you can look at the ingredients and you go right to the ingredients, don't look at the nutritional stuff, and you'll find that a lot of the pastries, cookies, cakes, they will have the partially hydrogenated oils in them. Also French fries, deep fried foods like fried chicken. Now they were supposed to get rid of the trans fats in 2018. And I know I'm repeating myself on some things, but this is important stuff. This is really, really important. If you can just nail down a couple of things, you'll be well on your way. So they're phasing them out. They're supposed to be out now. They were supposed to have been out in 2018. They gave them a little pass, little skate. So 2019, 2020, 2021. So it still, you can find in some of those buttery spreads, you can find them, but they're really not supposed to be in there. So you still have to be on guard. Oh, and I just wanted to, let me just go back. Let me just go back to this. Is this one? I want to do the screen share on, do the screen share on, I closed it. Okay, that's all right. So let's look at this. This is something that Julie had posted in the Facebook group, and I thought it was wonderful that she did because it made me realize that I probably wasn't clear enough. Share. There we go. She posted this. And it says, if you look here, it says trans fat 0 grams. Okay, that looks good. But then if we look over here, partially hydrogenated vegetable oil. It's buried down there. It's not right up at the top, but you know, it's a little poison, and a little poison adds up every time you eat it and adds up over the year and can really mess with your health. And again, it's soybean and cottonseed oil. Cotton, again, not a food, but they use it because it's cheap. And the same thing with soybeans. Soybeans are, you know, part of all the farmer subsidies and all of that. So not a good choice, not a good choice. But I was grateful to Julie for posting that. That was really helpful. Any questions on trans fats, partially hydrogenated, all of that? Hey, Shirley. Oh, she's muted. Oops. Hey, Shirley.
Hi, I'm here now.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Welcome.
Unmuted.
You just missed Donna. Donna was here, but she had an appointment. She had to go.
Yeah, she had to go.
Mhm.
So any questions on partially hydrogenated oils? I mean, the hydrogen atoms turn the oil from liquid to solid, and that's what happens in your body. Yeah, Tammy.
On that, can you go back to that screen share of what Julie sent in? That there was something on the label that I wondered if it was good or not.
Sure.
Remember what it said.
Okay, 1 second here. Let me go. I had so many things I wanted to show you that I had to practice it. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, above what you were mentioning, it says hydrogenized several times.
Yeah, I saw that.
Is that
Yeah.
good or bad?
Hydrolyzed soy protein, hydrolyzed soy protein. You know, I don't think that any kind of soy anything is in your best interest because soy is one of the 7 foods that you're most likely to be allergic to, have an allergic reaction, and anything that is going to give you an allergic reaction is going to amp up your inflammation.
I was talking, I thank you for that information. I was wondering about the word hydrolyzed, whatever.
Hydrolyzed, it does not have anything to do with hydrogenated.
Okay.
No, it has nothing to do with hydrogenated. So no, no.
We're the soy in that one that.
Yeah, it's the soy
Okay.
in that one. That's the red flag. And again, they use it because it's cheap.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your question.
So you're going to talk about the sweeteners?
Yes, I am. And I'm going to pull
Because I have conflicting information about the stevia, and I was just wondering,
Yeah, I
like,
know.
where's the science that yours is based on? Because I have to go by the science at this point.
I know. And I've done some reading on it too. And it depends where you look. If you, let me pull up. Share. It depends where you look. If you look anywhere on the general internet, it's going to tell you that the natural sweeteners are better than sugar. It will tell you that some sites will tell you that stevia does not increase your glucose, does not give you a glucose bump. I know that. The bottom line is if you listen to somebody or follow somebody like Joel Furman, like Mark Hyman, who are very, very strict and who really, really try to get people off sweeteners, then you're best off not to do any of those. That being said, Connie, if you're going to use sugar or any kind of artificial sweetener or stevia, you're better off to use the stevia. Does that answer your question?
No, because my
Okay.
question is with the insulin spike.
Yep.
I'm not seeing that, and I've heard that it doesn't spike the insulin, but you're saying that it does.
I've read that it does.
Okay, so maybe if you could share that in the Facebook group,
Yep.
what your study was based on.
Yep.
So I'll have more comparison.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for the question. I'm just making a note here.
And Shirley might even have information on that.
Do you know, Shirley?
I don't think it I don't think it spikes your blood sugar, but your brain treats it, or your body treats it like it's sugar.
Yeah. And it can make you but I'll have to find where I'll have to find the science that I read that says that xylitol is really the only one that doesn't spike your sugar. And again, if you depending on the sites where you look, sometimes they'll tell you that if they're really, really strict, they'll say that xylitol is not a good idea either. It's a sugar alcohol. But
And don't let your pets eat it.
oh God,
It's very
no,
bad for pets.
it'll kill your dog. It'll kill your dog for sure. But the sorry, Connie, I kind of lost my train of thought there. I'll find the stevia. Oh, but you're better off using. I know where I was going with this. Anything that your brain perceives as sugar is going to make you crave sugar. So whether it's real sugar or whether it's artificial sugar, it's going to light up the pleasure center of the brain. It's going to get that dopamine thing going, and it's going to make you crave it. And the artificial sweeteners are perceived by your body as being much sweeter than sugar. In fact, sucralose at the bottom, if I'm remembering correctly, I think that's 20,000 times sweeter than sugar. So if you're using, 1-to-1 sweetener and sugar, you're getting a lot more sweet than you should really be getting for sure.
All right, because this is just the leaf, the stevia, the extract from the leaf.
Yep.
I still haven't opened it. It's still
Okay.
protected.
All right, let me take a look at that. I think it was probably in Mark Hyman's book, which I've got here, but I'm not going to take the time to go through
Okay,
it.
yeah.
because-
If you post it in the group.
Yep, absolutely be happy to
Cool.
do that.
Thank you.
So sure, thanks for the question. So these are sweeteners that are used and approved by the FDA in 2021. And I'll post this as well. And there's monk fruit, shows up as monk fruit, and Truvia is the steviol, and sucralose is the Splenda. And I know people use Splenda in cooking, and they use it 1-to-1. It makes you crave sugar even more, and your brain goes, your brain gets addicted to it. And they've done studies with mice with cocaine and sugar, and the mice will go for the sugar every single time. Another downside to these is that you don't have to digest the artificial sweeteners, so they go right to your liver. And because they do that, and unless you're going to go, run 5 miles, it's going to go right to creating to be stored as new fat cells. And once you create new fat cells, there's a blood supply. And then your heart has to pump blood to those new fat cells. So that stresses your heart, gives your heart more to do, and it's not good work. So it's all connected. It's absolutely all connected. So what's in your best interest is to eat fruit and to try to back off, sugar as much as possible. And I think I've got 2 more people trying to get in. Nope, 1 more person who tried and I didn't see she's trying to get in. Adriana. Let's let Adriana in. Adriana? I think she joined twice. Well, she's joining. It's a process. So there she is. Hi, Adriana. Oh, okay. Well, she's in. She doesn't seem to have a microphone, so we'll continue on. So any questions on sugar, on the oils, the partially hydrogenated oils, what to look for? With both of those, once you go to the ingredients and you ferret out the ingredients, the last place you want to look is the serving size, because you want to make sure that the serving size is something that is reasonable. If it's something really, really small, and I had mentioned earlier in the week the Oreo cookies, and I think Tammy and I were having a laugh about that because nobody's going to eat 3 Oreo cookies. Then you have to double whatever they say is a serving of 3 Oreo cookies. If you're going to eat 6 or 9, whatever they tell you is the amount of the trans fats or the sugars, you're going to have to multiply that by either 2 or 3, or by a whole sleeve if you're having a bad day. So just be very suspicious, because, and they will say 0 grams of trans fat or 0 sugar per serving. So you have to be very, very, very on your guard. So where do you go from here? Well, I wanted to share with you a program that I'm going to be offering. I'm going to start teaching this on May 26th, Wednesday, May 26th, and it's the anti-diet solution. And it's, I mean, the headline here is, if you struggle with trying to lose weight, the anti-diet solution is for you. The fact of the matter is, it's not about your weight. It's about healthy eating. It's about balancing things, because it's all connected. So I've got my little welcome video here, and I just want people to understand how holistic all of this is and how doable all of this is. You need to have someone who's going to be able to do it, be able to teach it, be able to guide you and support you, because it's, I mean, you go down the rabbit hole with these things and you can really get off track. So I really try to have simple steps. Like I said, I call it small steps for big changes. So I would encourage you to take a look at this, the antidietsolution.com. And for the people who are in the challenge, until midnight Eastern Daylight Time, Sunday night, the cost of this at 6 weeks is $199. And the first week is content, second week is content, third week, no content. I'm having one-on-one calls of 30 to 60 minutes with everybody who's in here. And I'm only going to allow 25 people in the course, because I can't do more than 25 calls in a week. And then week 4, we'll be learning some more. Week 5, we'll be learning some more. And week 6 will be another session of one-on-one calls with me. So you'll be able to get personal, ask any questions you have, and get personal coaching on how to eat to be well, how to manage the diabetes, how to eat sensibly, easily, and healthfully, and your weight will you'll find your own perfect weight. And when all of that happens, you're going to be eating to lower your inflammation, and you'll be backing off diabetes and pre-diabetes. I know you will. I know you will. So until Sunday at midnight Eastern Daylight Time, I will be offering a special to the people in this group. And if you use the coupon Crush Diabetes, one word, and I'll post all of this, Crush Diabetes, the price goes from $199 to $149. So that's through midnight on Sunday Eastern Daylight Time. So Crush Diabetes is the coupon, and I'll be tailoring it to people's needs as we go through. So it will be highly interactive. And again, you'll have 2 weeks where you'll have private sessions with me one-on-one. Any questions about that? Okay, and
Yeah,
one
no,
more.
it'll be excellent to have more time with you and to get into more specific things that everybody has.
Yep. Yep. But I like to keep it very, very simple because I used to fire hose people with information because I so badly want to help people do better and feel better, because I've been there. I mean, I could have very easily have become diabetic because I had such severe hypoglycemia. And when your pancreas is pumping out insulin all the time and lowering your blood sugar too much, they told me I could become diabetic. So I know that this is a way to get you backed off of that stuff. I know it. I'm so confident about that. So I wanted to share with you my, okay, where's my?
And Adrienne is asking, where will the challenge sessions be posted? I think if you put a link maybe to the group and then also a link to your new program.
Yes, I will do that. I will do that.
We want to know where to click.
I know. I'll let you know where to click. Don't worry
All
about
right,
that.
and I have to dash. I'll watch the replay.
Okay.
Bye,
Okay.
everyone.
Thanks for being
Bye.
here, Connie. Okay, so this is, I'll post this in the members section in the Facebook page. It's a report I put together for you, Diet for Pre-Diabetes. And this has information on fruits and veggies. And you know, on Wednesday when we were making the smoothie, and I was talking about the GI, the glycemic index of some of the fruits. And this is where the list is for you. So you can see which fruits have a low GI, which fruits have medium GI, and which fruits you should really, really avoid. And also I had mentioned that dried fruits are the sugars are so concentrated that you really don't want to eat dried fruit. It's not in your best interest. And I know it's delicious. It's like eating candy. It's like eating candy. Also in here, information on vegetables and some of the best vegetables to enjoy if you have diabetes. And you know, if people want me to during the anti-diet solution, I'm happy to do a session on how to make stuff, how to make some, like we did on Wednesday, how to make some food that you can have in large quantity that you can just kind of build on, so you're not reinventing the wheel and slaving in the kitchen every night for hours. It can be really, really easy. And there are a few things that I've kind of finally honed, so you can add to them, and you can just, you can add, you know, chicken or shrimp or different vegetables to a rice and lentil dish with beans. It's going to be a protein by itself, but that's going to really help keep your blood sugar stable. So I've got a ton of ideas for you, and it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. More about vegetables, superfoods, and so on. Oh, also, I wanted to mention cinnamon. I hope that you're including cinnamon in your diet. You can put it in your coffee. You can put it on any fruit that you have. If you have oatmeal, put cinnamon on your oatmeal. Ceylon cinnamon is probably your best bet, although there are different schools of thought on that. But cinnamon is very helpful in regulating your blood sugar. In fact, we used to take cinnamon capsules. We used to buy cinnamon capsules and take those. Not quite doing that anymore because we've got it a little more under control. But that's also another option. And there's some, I'll be sharing in the anti-diet solution, I'll be sharing some important supplements that will also help you regulate your blood sugar and are just good things to add. So it's not just a multivitamin. Sometimes you can amp up one or two things that really can help, like red yeast rice is good for lowering your cholesterol and for blood sugar. Healthy fats, fatty fish, avocados, all of that, and it goes on and on and on. So anyway, and then there is a whole page on resources, so you can just check those out too. So I will be sure to post that. And what I'm going to do is email out, do a blast email. I'm going to put everything together with all the links, and I will put that into a PDF and email that out to everybody so you all have it. And going forward, I mean, I'm sad this is the last day of the challenge, but going forward, if you have any questions, I'll be checking the Facebook group out for a while, and you're welcome to either message me there or post a question. So any last minute thoughts, concerns, arguments, questions?
So you're going to leave the Facebook group up for a while?
I am.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
A lot of
absolutely.
people close them, so.
No, I think I'll leave it up indefinitely.
Oh, good.
Yeah, yeah. I'll if I'm going to shut it down, I'll post something saying, okay, I'm gonna close this down. Nobody's been here for years, so we won't let it linger. But I know that when I'm in a group, sometimes I go, oh, what was that? And I want to go back. And if they've closed it, it's a huge aggravation. So, and I just want to offer this stuff to you all to help with the blood sugar. I mean, I know that the diabetes affects everything. I mean, and the inflammation affects everything. And it's so, everything is so connected that it's very difficult to just address diabetes without addressing the cholesterol. And that affects your weight. And that affects, you know, how your skin looks and how much water you're drinking and all of this, and how much sleep you're getting. So it's all connected. It's all connected. So if you don't have any more questions for me, I think we'll wrap up for today. But I want to thank you for spending time with me. It's been a blast, and I'm so grateful to you for participating. Challenge replays. Yes, Adriana, I will do that. I will put links to the challenge replays together in the Facebook group, and I will also email them out in a blast email. Give me a day or two to just go through and collect everything. I'll put it together for you. In the meantime, if you have any questions, just, you know, post in the Facebook group. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate all of you. It's been a wonderful experience. I have to say it's been interesting because all of my other courses and things I have done with iTeleseminar, and this is my first thing that I've done with Zoom, and it's been a challenge. As Connie said in the beginning, it's very different from doing iTeleseminar. So we had some challenges. We had one day the internet connection, I just froze. My eyes were closed. My mouth was open, they told me. And Connie had to kind of take over and kind of riff on things until my connection came up. And then yesterday I forgot to push record. So today I just let it record and I'll have to trim it in YouTube. So it's been an adventure, but you know, that's how we learn. That's how we stretch ourselves. And that's how you're going to change your life, by learning to eat differently. I promise. Please believe me on this. You can transform your life. You can transform your life. I know you can, because I lost depression. My husband lost his diabetes, lost his need for being on statins. Real food. Remember, Dorothy, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Just say, I deserve real food. I deserve real food. I deserve real food. And then toss whatever it is that you're holding that you're going to eat that's not real food. Toss it across the room. Okay. All right. Thanks so much. Have an awesome rest of your day. This is Cheryl Major, and I so appreciate you. Thank you for being in the 5-day Crush Diabetes Challenge.
Thank you, Cheryl. Did a
Thank
great
you.
job.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.